The iPhone 15 is getting 100 all-new features. Most of them are still top secrets, but we do know about 25 or so right now. Some of these are big ones like all-new colors, big design changes, a way better camera, and some are not good changes like the price is gonna be going up this year pretty significantly. So let's break down the good news and the not so good news on the iPhone 15. Let me tell you about all the tweaks and changes we know, about all the latest leaks and rumors, and some last-minute surprises Apple might have in store that'll totally change the iPhone 15 and really pack some features that no one saw coming. This is the 2023 iPhone 15 lineup. You've got the 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max. Like last year, you've got two screen size options, 6.1 and 6.74 total models, and no, the Mini is not coming back. For the last 12 months we have heard non-stop leaks and rumors about what Apple could be changing with the iPhone 15. We got a lot of crazy concepts and renders, but as it stands, as we're just a few weeks away from these phones becoming official, what is exactly changing this year, and is it really worth the money? More money this year to upgrade? Honestly, one of the biggest changes you're going to notice on any iPhone 15 model is actually something you can't see or touch, and that's battery life. And I'm not sure about you guys, but the battery health of my launch day iPhone 14 Pro Max really is not good these days, sitting at about 93 for maximum capacity. In fact, we've been talking about this internally with our little JFL team, and most people, especially those who have a 14 Pro Max like Mr. John Redinger himself, have seen really bad battery life these days. It's very unstable. It isn't very good. Luckily, it seems like Apple has heard our frustrations. They're bringing some of the most significant changes to battery life that we have ever seen, and you can see the numbers for yourself. These are alleged numbers here, with the 15 line. Looking at the 14 line to the 15 line, we are seeing some significant upgrades and battery capacity for every single model of the 15 line coming soon. And when your battery does go down and you do need to charge your 15, I've got good news here as well. Apple is finally ditching Lightning and switching all phones over to USB-C. Happy to see that. And also they're implementing 15-watt fast charging on non-MagSafe chargers, so these will be a much wider variety of wireless chargers as long as they've got the new Qi 2 wireless charging tech inside. The next round of changes you're actually going to notice have to do with the design of the iPhone 15, specifically on the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, as much as I'd love to see this truly bezel-less iPhone, we're not there, at least not there yet, but we are going to see, according to leaks, significantly thinner bezels on the iPhone 15 Pro versus, well, the iPhone 14 Pro we've got right now. Also, to be a little bit more serious, I do have some sad news to report, and that is that after 6 years Apple has decided to eliminate the notch. I know that a lot of people like this. It was a really big characteristic came with the iPhone 10. But I'm sorry to say that all signs point to the notch going away. So, moment of silence getting aside, I don't think anyone's really sad to see the notch go away, because it was sort of taking up a lot of space, and now it is gone. Every 15 model this year, including the non-Pro models, are going to get the dynamic island this year. So if you want a little bit more space on your phone and some fun ways to see some animations, those are cool. But the downside here is that on the 15 and 15 Plus, Apple's not upping the refresh rate of the screens. The Pros have 120 Hz and the 15 and 15 Plus, the non-Pros, only go up to 60 Hz. So feels like the magic of the dynamic island really has to do with the fluidity of the screen and how fast those animations are. I'm afraid it's gonna be a little janky and sort of jerky on 60 Hz, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. Things are also interesting on the back of the phone. We've heard some reports that Apple could switch to frosted glass back, sort of like the 11 Pro on the non-Pro models this year. So the 15 to 15 Plus, that'd be cool. And also Apple is looking to change their higher-end materials on the promo models, switching away from stainless steel over to titanium, similar to what we've got on the Apple Watch Ultra. This next change is a little interesting and sort of has us scratching our heads, and that is that Apple is looking to be expanding the removal of the physical SIM slot in new countries and territories this year, even though as of the 14 series they're just filling that extra space with a plastic Lego-like brick. So not sure what the benefit is. Hopefully there's a good reason here, but looks like that change is happening and expanding to more parts of the world. Next change is going to be one of the most significant changes the iPhone has ever gotten in its 16 years of existence, and that is a physical design change, with Apple bringing an all-new button to the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. Looks like Apple is going to be removing that vibration toggle that's been around since the original iPhone and replacing it with a button that'll be programmable to do a bunch of different things on your iPhone. According now to multiple leaks and rumors, it looks like this is going to function in like the Apple Watch Ultra's action button where you can sort of program it to do different things so it can mute and unmute your phone, it can launch the camera, the flashlight, different apps. Looks like a lot of cool things are coming with iOS 17 and customizing this button definitely very un-Apple-like, but gonna be nice to see. And speaking of things that are on Apple, like, let's talk about the price because it's not looking good, not at all. According to the latest leaks and rumors, it looks like Apple is going to raise the price of at least 2 iPhone models this year, specifically the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, by 100 or 200 at least. So you're going to be spending more money this year if you want one of the higher-end iPhones. As disappointing as it would be to sort of see the price go up on these phones, actually isn't all that crazy, because remember back in November of 2017 when the iPhone X launched, it came with a $9.99 price tag, which was insane for the time, but it was Apple's flagship phone, and since then every single year after their profile phones have started at $9.99, and if we adjust for inflation and take $2017 and look at $2023, we can see that $1,000 back then is about, what is that, $1,200-ish today. Another change coming to the inside of the iPhone is going to be with the chips. Apple's gonna be giving us a new A17 Bionic chip in the 15 Pro series. And they're gonna take their existing higher-end A16 series chip and bring that down the line to the 15 to 15 Plus. So promotion, always on display, ProRes video, all the good stuff is staying with the Pro phones, with the one big exception, and that has to do with the camera. iPhone cameras have gotten extremely good these days. Actually shoot a lot of B-roll for this channel exclusively on the iPhone because it is so good, and a lot of the beer live shot recently is utilizing the great 48 megapixel main camera in the 14 Pro series. Really awesome to see how great this camera is, and now everyone is going to be able to experience it because Apple is bringing their 48 megapixel main sensor down to both the 15 and 15 Plus, bringing some really great photo and video upgrades to the non-Pro cheaper iPhones this year, which is going to be really great to see. We also may see a new state-of-the-art image sensor from Sony in the 15 Pro series this year, and then in the largest, most expensive 15 Pro Max, the telephoto lens system is going to get an upgrade with some sort of periscope zoom lens system. Not exactly sure what the focal length update is going to be, maybe 6x, 10x. There's been a couple of numbers thrown out these days, and then comes some last-minute surprises that we may see or we may not see. Apple's always known for changing a lot of different things sort of secretly behind the scenes, and there are some things that Apple could change that just might not leak, like maybe Face ID gets significantly faster on the 15 series, maybe we get some new exciting color that no one saw coming, maybe we finally get reverse wireless charging. That's been a rumor for years now. We've obviously gotten a ton of information on these phones over the last 12-ish months, but there are still plenty of things that Apple could change at the last minute that we don't know about until Mr. Cook walks on stage and shows off these phones. Mystery is still very much alive and well in the world of Apple. Don't expect like some huge design change and something that big, because that usually isn't how these things go, but maybe some new camera mode, maybe something new with the processor, some color, something small but significant definitely could be here with these phones that just hasn't leaked, and hopefully doesn't leak until these phones become official in just a couple of weeks, because I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the iPhone 15 series? Your thoughts on the 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max? Are these changes enough to get you to upgrade? What iPhone do you have right now, and are you gonna make the jump, or do you think Apple is just not doing enough? It's gonna be nice to see, dynamic island and better camera and stuff like that, but honestly with my 14 Pro right now, this phone is so good, and looking at the 15 Pro specs, they're good, but not amazing. Not sure if it's really worth the upgrade though. We can talk about in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I am Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle. See you all next one. Thank you. Bye.